rather than find content to upload, but I'm having perhaps a second thought about that. Perhaps find content means go looking for stuff you want to add to the content. But looking at it, I would click on add first.
Okay. Are you happy? Should we move on to the next one?
Yes.
The second task would be you need to remove an old staff biography from the site.
Remove an old staff biography. I would go to, again, either content or edit. See if I can, if there's a possibility to delete something from the editing menu or from the content menu.
Okay.
Looking at it, I'm not quite sure. I would assume from my experience that edit is editing. Well, no, it could be both. I would assume that I could do it either or perhaps both ways.
Right. Good.
Perhaps I would have to go to find content first to find the biography that I need to delete. Perhaps I would start there. So find content or content, and then perhaps edit to delete. Or under content, perhaps something that tells me that I can delete some content.
Okay. What about the next task we're going to do is we're going to add a contact us form to your website.
Contact us form. For some reason, I wonder if that would be under module, perhaps an existing contact module or contact form, or perhaps configuration. I'd be a bit lost with that. I wouldn't know quite how to do that, unless it's under add, and under add there's a list of things that you can add, and contact form isn't there. But I would be a bit lost with that.
Right.
Adding a contact form. I'm assuming that the contact form is exists somewhere, and it's a case of finding it and adding it. But I would be a bit lost. I wouldn't quite know how to do that.
Okay. So you would.
I'd go and investigate
your palms would sweat a little bit.
Yes. I'd go looking under modules to see if there's a contact module, and if there's anything in there that I can find to add to the site. But I would be a bit lost.
Right. Okay.
Wouldn't be confident.
Okay. Now you've got someone new starting, and so you want to give this new staff member access to publish content on your site. What would you do? How would you give them access?
Two words that jump at me then in that case is people and configuration.
Right.
That perhaps something needs to happen. They need to be added to people and then given certain access under configuration. But again, I'd go into investigation mode rather than knowing what the hell I'm doing, really.
Right.
I'd have a go,
Right.
but I wouldn't be confident about that.
Okay. The fifth task is you need to make a revision to an article. You need to make revisions to an article you published on the website this time last year.
Right.
How would you do that?
I would have a look at find content, all content, but find content, and find the article in question by doing a search on title and or date, and then click on edit to edit it accordingly. That's how I would instinctively go and do it.
Right.
Find it. I've no idea what dashboard means really in this context. I know what a dashboard does on the computer, but in this context, I'd want to go and click on that to see what it is, because offhand it's not clear to me.
Okay. You need to make the sixth task, and this is the final one. You've done really well so far. You need to make a new product category for the products listed on your website. You need to make a new product category for the products listed on your website. How would you do that?
A new product category. Gosh. I wouldn't know how to do it really. I'd have a look at configuration to see if there's anything in there that can help me. I think I'd go to the help menu and see if adding a product category is in there. I think that would be my first port of call with that one, and then really something to do with configuration or content. But yes, I wouldn't know. I think I'd go straight to help with that one.
Right.
And see, adding a product category ? Help. Yeah, I would do that because I wouldn't know really.
Right. Okay. Those 6 tasks we've covered already are the ones that we need to cover in this usability testing.
Right.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about what you've seen, and any sort of feedback on it?
From my point of view, there's 2 things really that I find slightly confusing, and I'm sure it's a lack of knowledge on my part. One is the dashboard. I don't know what that's supposed to do. I can see add, that's in the second line of course. Add, edit and find content is really self-explanatory, but dashboard, I don't know what that is. And on the top level, I would have, and I've already mentioned it, difficulty in knowing instinctively and immediately what information architecture and configuration do. In what way do they differ? Content, people, appearance, modules, help, fairly self-explanatory, but information architecture and configuration, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't know why one isn't the other. What's the difference between the 2? So that would be my main areas of immediate blankness or confusion, really.
Right.
But the rest is fairly clear and fairly self-explanatory, insofar as you can at least take a good guess as to perhaps where to click to start with.
Right.
But those 2 things, information architecture and configuration, are not clear to me, and a dashboard is not clear to me.
Right.
The rest, I would say, is clear. That's not to say I would automatically know everything that's in there, but the labelling is reasonably clear to me anyway.
Right. Okay.
Am I sacked?
You. No, you've been promoted.
Am I being
Yeah.
promoted? Oh dear.
Yes.
Right.
You have my job now.
Oh my
So-
God, heaven
so-
help us all.
So I thank you, and the Drupal community thanks you.
You're very welcome.
And
I'm a Drupalette.
You are. So well done. Thank you
Thank you.
very much.